And what is up, guys? Welcome back to the Motor City Madness podcast, episode 2. In this episode, we're going to be talking about the Detroit Tigers, Detroit Lions, new alternate helmets, maybe even some Detroit Pistons draft talk because as I'm filming this currently on June 22nd, 2023, the draft is tonight, and the Pistons kind of got fleeced in the draft lottery. So, we might talk about who the Pistons could select, and so much more. Let's get into it. All right, so let's start off with the Tigers. I can't believe I'm doing this. We're gonna start off with the Tigers. Let me just pull up on the screen really quick here. Here we go. Boom. If you're listening on Spotify, I have the Detroit Tigers record, on right now. And yeah, it's 32 and 41. Third place currently. We are 4 games back from the Minnesota Twins, who currently are 37 and 38. So no team in the AL Central is 500 or above 500. Now we do have a big series coming up against the Minnesota Twins, starting June 23rd, Friday, 6:40 p.m. at Comerica Park. So yeah, if we somehow, some way can scramble out a series win or a sweep against the Twins, then we are gonna be like no games back. We're gonna be good. Okay, we're gonna be good. But you know what? You never know. Obviously the Tigers are dealing with major injuries on both sides of the ball. You have Casey Mize. He got hurt last season. He probably won't come back. Matt Manning making a rehab start yesterday. Tarik Skubal making a rehab start yesterday. Bo Bryce, I believe his fastball's getting up to 98, so maybe he'll be ready soon. And then you got Riley Green got hurt recently. You have Akil Baddoo got hurt pretty sort of recently. They're both trying to rehab back. So if we can get Manning, Skubal, Baddoo, and Green, Erod, Eduardo Rodriguez is also has like a left pointer and index finger injury or something going on there. So we can get all of them back. You have Erod, Boyd, Skubal, Manning, Reese Olson. That's 5 solid quality starters out there. And then you have Tyler Alexander also. He could start. He's not the greatest starter. He's like a backup option, but yeah, so I think our team would look really solid. I think after the All-Star break, if we can get half of those guys back, if not all of them, then that would be amazing. It really would, because you look at the standings right now. The Kansas City Royals are 16.5 games back. They're done. The White Sox are 5.5 games back, which they're like, And then you got the Guardians, 35 and 38. They are 1 game back away from the Twins, and the Tigers, 32 and 41, 4 games back away from the Twins. But yeah, so just looking at, I'm gonna pull up the full schedule for the Tigers real quick here. Hold on, give me a second. Go to Detroit Tigers. But yeah, so it's it's really interesting to see. You got Matt Boyd pitching really good, so that's amazing to see. A guy like Boyd, came back to Detroit, and he's been pretty consistent and pretty dominant, not to say the least. But we'll see. Well, we will see. So yeah, looking at the schedule right now, we have a 3-game set at home against the Twins. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, just a weekend series against the Twins. And then we travel to Texas to go play the Rangers, who are 46 and 28. Obviously not the most ideal thing in the world. But yeah, definitely not the most ideal thing in the world. So up until the All-Star break, we play Twins, Rangers, and then June 30th. So we go from Texas to Colorado, as we'll be playing the Colorado Rockies June 30th. and July 1st and 2nd. Then we're off July 3rd. Then we come back home for the July 4th game against the Oakland A's, which that should be a series win. So I'm going to go through this real quick. The Rockies, that should be a series win. The A's, that should be a series win. Then we stay home for the Blue Jays game. So, we played the Blue Jays for a 3-game set right before the All-Star break. That's a bit of a tough one. I think if we can snag at least one, we'll be fine. A series win obviously would be great, but do we really expect to get a series win against the Blue Jays? I mean, they've been struggling of recent, so, a series win is possible, especially if we have all those guys back. Then, yeah, I think a series win is pretty realistic against the Blue Jays. But, yeah, and then, July 10th, the Home Run Derby. 11th is the All-Star game, and then the 12th and 13th are just days off. Then the 14th, we're actually in Seattle, so, Miggy and everybody else who's in the All-Star game can for the Tigers can just stay in Seattle because there's no point because they play at 10 o'clock at night. They play at 10 o'clock at night on July 14th, so make sure everybody gets their rest because that's going to be a late game. And then Saturday they play at 9:40. But I think the Mariners, we can get a series win out of that. Then we go to Kansas City right after Seattle. I think we go to Kansas City for a 4-game set, which I think we can get a series win out of that. Then we're back at home for a 3-game set against the Padres. Then a makeup versus the Giants. And then a 3-game set against the Angels, which the Angels, that's going to be a tough one, especially if we have to verse Shohei. But I do think that we can get a series win out of that just because the Angels have really, really struggled of recent. And then we go to Florida for the Marlins, or not Florida, but then we go to Miami for the Marlins. Thinking about the Florida Marlins. But yeah, then that's July. And then August, we play at Pittsburgh. I think that should be, we play 2 games out of Pittsburgh. I think that could be a win. I think that's pretty reasonable for a win. Then we're back at home for what is it? 7 games in a row at home. It looks like against 3 against the Rays and 4 against the Twins. I think that could be another series win for the if we can. I think we could beat the Twins. Series win against the Twins. But yeah, just looking at our schedule, like it's really interesting because then we play the Red Sox, which I think that's a series win. Then we play at the Twins for a 2-game set. I think we can snag one of them. Then we play at the Guardians, which I think again that's another series win. Then we play the Cubs. I think that's a series win. We play Houston. AJ Hinch always plays good against Houston. I don't know what it is. Maybe he's just mad that they fired him, but they always play good against Houston. So I think I'm gonna say a series win against Houston. Then we play the Yankees, which I'm gonna say we at least get one. Yeah, I think that's fair. At least get one for me. Now we're in September. Play the White Sox. Let's say we win 1. Then we're at the Yankees. Night games at Yankees. I'm gonna say we win at least 1. Then we come back for the White Sox at home. I'm gonna say we win at least 2. If not, we get the sweep. Then we play the Reds. I'm gonna say at least 2, if not the sweep. Then we play in Anaheim. I'm gonna say we at least get 1 because it's just in Anaheim. It's 2 9 o'clock games. It's like it's 2 9 o'clock games. Like, come on. So we just go from Anaheim to LA. So I think we get 2 from LA. 10 o'clock games though. Wow, jeez. Trying to get everybody to. Then we play at the A's. I think we sweep the A's right here, or get at least 3 from 4-game set. Then we come back at home for the final games of the year, playing KC and Cleveland. Now these games might be really, really crucial down the stretch. So we'll see what happens there. I think we're gonna take 2 from KC, and I think we're going to take at least 2 from the Guardians, if not more. Let's look at the schedule. So we play the Guardians for 3. I think we get 2 from the Guardians as well to end the season. But yeah, so Miggy's farewell game, as I like to say, will be October 1st. Miggy Celebration is October 29th. So you know that let's see what's going on there. Let's see what's going on for the Miggy Celebration. What's going on there? Miggy Celebration. Oh, I believe that is September 29th. Yeah, it just says Miggy Celebration. It's also Fan Appreciation Week. Miggy themed drone show. I don't know. Ooh, that might be cool. Miggy themed drone show. Nice, nice, nice. But yeah, so that's basically what is, you know, the Tigers schedule. What it's looking like. I think I'm not gonna say that we're gonna make the playoffs or anything right now, but I think our division is very wide open, is very for the taking. And if the Tigers can step up and they can get some other players back and stay healthy, then I think it's a very, very likely possibility that they do end up, you know, making a run for the playoffs. Now I'm gonna how should I say this? I don't know if I should say it. I'm gonna do it. This might be a bit of a hot take, but I personally think that with all the players coming back, Riley Green, Akil Baddoo, Eduardo Rodriguez, Tarek Skubal, Matt Manning, that the Detroit Tigers will make the playoffs if they all come back. If they all come back after the All-Star game and everything goes to plan, nobody else gets injured, Miggy stays hot, Torque stays hot, Javi, you know, he has his ups and his downs, but it's consistent. You know, it's not like 0 for 20 or like 1 for his last 14 or 15. But if he stays consistent, you know, Kerry Carpenter's doing his thing, Matt Boyd's doing his thing, rolling around. You know, the bullpen's holding up good. Everything goes smoothly. Not even smoothly, but everything, you know, just goes how it's going right now. But we just have those extra pitchers instead of having bullpen days every other day. Then I think the Detroit Tigers will, in fact, win the division and make the playoffs. This division is very, very wide open, and it's very, very much for the taking of anybody who wants it. And I think the Detroit Tigers can make a statement here. And AJ Hinch, you know, he's been in the situation multiple times. They just took the division when he was in Houston. Obviously, he had a better lineup. He had George Springer, Alex Bregman, Carlos Correa, Jose Altuve, you know, Michael Brantley, Yordan Alvarez. You have all, I mean, you know, Kyle Tucker, you know, pitchers like he had Justin Verlander, and many, many more. But yeah, so I don't know. What do you guys think? That was my Detroit Tigers little rant, real quick. But now we're gonna go to more important things, I guess you could say. Let's talk about the Detroit Lions helmets. Very controversial topic. Very, very controversial topic. So let's find a good picture. Okay. So this is the helmet right here. Now, a lot of people are not happy with the Detroit Lions. All right, a lot of people are not very happy with the Detroit Lions helmet because they cannot wear it with their all blue unis or all white unis. They have to wear it with the color rush unis, which is basically like the gray. They have to wear it with the gray. They have to. That's literally like a mandate. They don't, they could get fined. Because they're doing this for their throwback 50th anniversary or whatever's going on. That's why the logo looks like that. But you know, they cannot wear it all blue. All blue would be sick. I think this would have been really, really sick all blue, or even like a black. But I think next year we might be getting some new jerseys from some new unis. So we could expect more, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, so definitely really interesting to see. A lot of fans do not like the new helmet. A lot of fans do. It's kind of like a 50-50 split I'm seeing. I mean, nobody really likes the combo, if I'm being honest, but everybody, I think the design of the helmet's really cool. You I just wish that it was a bit, used for a different jersey, which obviously it can't be, but I just wish it was. But in my opinion, it is what it is. We're only wearing it for 2 games out of 17. So the other 15 games are same old Lions helmets, just 2 games. It'll be October 30th, Monday Night Football, and then the last game of the season against the Vikings. So those are the 2 games that we'll be wearing them for, which the Vikings could be a primetime game. We'll see. Depends on, what's going on. But Monday Night Football again in Detroit. It's gonna be a fun one. It's gonna be a fun one. I love when the NFL gives the Lions primetime games in Detroit, which they rarely do. I mean, you can't really consider Thanksgiving a primetime game. I mean, come on, people. Lions always get Thanksgiving games. That's nothing new for us, Losing on Thanksgiving, that's nothing new for us, guys. Come on. But yeah, so, it is what it is. Really, really happy, though, that, Lions are chugging along, We'll see what happens with the team. OTAs are still underway, so training camp is not officially started yet. And yeah, there's nothing really that much for the Lions to talk about, if I'm being honest here. Not a lot of Lions news. Everything's steady. This is kind of the dead period for the NFL where nothing really happens. And we just have a bunch of nothing. But yeah, so just talking about, the Lions and, Detroit sports in general. I mean, it's not really ideal, I guess, for all of our teams to be in a real rebuilding position. Chris Ilitch, the owner basically of the Tigers and Red Wings, basically said that the Tigers rebuild was over last year, right before he fired Al Avila. So, that's fun. Obviously, I don't know if we're rebuilding still. I think we were like steadily moving forward. I mean, yeah, I think we're rebuilding still for the Tigers, but it is what it is. But yeah. And then for the Pistons, you got Monty Williams, which that'll help them tremendously. I mean, you have Cade Cunningham, Jalen Duren, Jaden Ivey, like, dude, it's crazy. It's wild. Obviously Isaiah Stewart, all these players that are going to contribute heavily to the team. But we'll see what happens. We'll see if Monty can work some of his Monty magic and get the Pistons winning again. Because I think winning 17 games is not very ideal, to be honest. But yeah, hopefully we can pick up the pace here and be going with the Pistons. Red Wings, same thing. Just got to keep chugging along, doing our thing. And yeah, there's not a lot. There's not a lot that we can do. Just hope for the best, basically. Hope for the best. That's it. Now, there's not really a lot of, news going on right now. As of recording this, the Washington Wizards just finalized the deal to send Chris Paul to the Golden State Warriors for a package that includes Jordan Poole and future draft assets. So, what this means is they're going to have Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, Chris Paul, Gary Payton II, Wiggins, Draymond could come back. We'll see. See. It could happen. If it did, that would be crazy. But yeah, and then just looking at even the Pistons, the potential lineup for them is like you don't even know, Jaden Ivey, Cade Cunningham, also sorry Thompson if we can get him, Cam Johnson. Imagine we get Cam Johnson. Jalen Duren, it's like possibilities are endless. Endless. Yeah, so and then you go back to looking at football. Michigan football is going pretty crazy right now with the recruiting. Um, it's just I don't know. Like I really don't know what's going on with Michigan recruiting right now. I have no idea. So just looking at everything. Let me go on 24/7 Sports real quick just to see what we're actually looking at right now because I really don't know. Okay, I don't. Okay, looking at Michigan football. Let's go to commits real quick. So we got obviously Jaden Davis. I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of commits on here. Obviously, a lot of 3 stars, but Hassan Haskins was a 3 star, and we saw what he did against Ohio State. So I mean, it's not like 3 stars aren't good because we've seen that many times. Ronnie Bell was a 3 star. Look at him now. So, but yeah, he got Amarian Stewart, a wide receiver, 4 star. Jacob Bowden, another 4 star, highly 4 star. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, so I mean, I don't really know if I don't even know if it's a good or bad thing to say. What's gonna happen with them because you really just have no idea. Like Michigan recruiting is so just like you don't even you truly have no idea. Truly just no idea what's gonna happen. Obviously we're trying to get some dogs over here. Darian Mayo, we were trying to get him. Looks like he might go to Clemson. David Pale, I don't know if that's how you say it or not, but he's going to Penn State. That's fun. Taylor Tatum, trying to get he's a running back. We're trying to get him. Looks like he's going to Oklahoma. That's fun. Jordan Johnson Rubble, he's going to Texas. That's fun. It's just fun. It's just it really is fun. Let's go to Michigan. So we got Elias Rudolph, 4 star. Looks like he's a Michigan crystal ball. Dominic Nichols off the edge, another 4 star. Like he's also on there. Now I want to go to our just recruiting in general. Go to targets. Justin Scott, target. It says it's warm. It's warm. They're interested. You got Bryce West and Aaron Scott. That's a duo that we're trying to get currently. Bryce West, a 4 star. Aaron Scott, also a 4 star. Um, we'll see what happens there. We'll see. You never know. You really just never know. But yeah, just looking at everything that's going on right now with Michigan. Let's look at Bryce West. 4 star. He is a crystal ball for Ohio State. Dang, Ohio State crystal ball. Comparison, Darius Slay. So he officially visited Michigan on June 9th. Officially visited USC, then officially visited, or he's going to officially visit Ohio State tomorrow. There, we'll see if there's a commitment that happens there. You never know. We'll see. We'll see. Caitlin Barr, Gatlin Barr. We'll see what happens there. Um, it's you really just don't know what's gonna happen. And then we go to Aaron Scott here, and people are thinking that he could go to Oregon. We'll see what happens there. And he also has a crystal ball for Ohio State. So I don't really see them both going to Ohio State, though. I really don't. You never know, though. You really just never know. But yeah, so that's what's going on with Michigan recruiting. And Michigan's a team I think is going to be pretty good. We'll see what happens there, though. Happens. Brian Wingo, I think he's going to go to Georgia, it looks like. 5-star wide receiver. Probably going to go to Georgia. Probably. He's from Missouri. So probably going to go. It's fine, though. Whatever. Comparison. Donovan Peoples-Jones. Guess where Donovan Peoples-Jones went? Michigan. Come on, man. Come on. No. But yeah, not really that much news going on right now. But hopefully we got some good stuff coming up soon. With Michigan, with Lions, Tigers, Red Wings, Pistons, everything. And yeah. So if you guys enjoyed this episode, make sure you share it. Spotify, Apple Music, whatever you listen to your podcast on. YouTube. This is you're watching this on YouTube. Appreciate it. But yeah, see you guys in the next one. Peace out.